Hey everybody, this is Justin for Blue Key Property Solutions. I'm coming to you this week and want to talk to you about short-term rentals. So why short-term rentals? Well, in previous videos we kind of hinted at that this is the end game for our real estate business. We would like to take our active money and the money we have from our 401ks and whatnot and start investing that into a passive bucket, which would be short-term rentals. And this idea all started back in 2016 or 5 years ago or some sort, when we were watching like this HGTV vacation home finder show, and they were finding all these beautiful homes for reasonable prices. Not so much anymore with the market the way it is, but uh, we saw these homes. They were so beautiful, these 4.2, 4.3 homes that were going for manageable prices compared to that what we have in New Jersey. And we were like, we can definitely own one of those. We've been researching markets, and we kind of landed on the one that we actually saw in that show, which was Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And that is a very competitive market. There are over 1,000 rentals just in Gatlinburg alone. There's also Pigeon Forge, which is right there, which also has short-term rentals that service that area, and Dollywood. So I'm going to quickly go over some of the pros and cons. This may not be for everybody, but would love to talk about it. So there's 5 main benefits that I want to talk about. The first one is there's less wear and tear on your property. With a short-term rental, it's going to be sitting on the market for 25 to 50% of the year vacant, which means that there's going to be no tenant in it. There's going to be no one doing damages to it. And that goes hand in hand with a second benefit, which is you'll have constant access almost once a week to this property through a cleaning service, through maintainers. Even in the off season, you're going to get in there and maintain it and support it, so that when the tourism season comes, you'll have a property that's ready to go. Talk about tourism. We are big tourists. We love to travel. It's our passion. We talk about it every week. And something that is a benefit of short-term rentals is that we can also use the property. Unless you have it in a self-directed 401k, then you cannot use it until you retire. Another benefit is overall rental income. Long-term rentals don't make as much as short-term rentals. We'll get to a con about why that may not be as enticing, but it does make overall more money, sometimes 3 to 4 times as much month over month. Lastly is price adjustments. So when you have a lease with a long-term tenant, you can adjust the price of the lease, every year or month, however you have it set up. But with short-term rentals, you adjust the prices all the time. If the thing is vacant, you put it on the market for whatever you want it to, and you can adjust it based on demand, based on supply. So it's really flexible in that regard. So some cons about short-term rentals. First of all, you're going to be in competitive markets. There are going to be other short-term rentals, whether that be Airbnb, VRBO, HomeAway, Booking.com, and other hotels in that area that are going to be all looking for the same business as you. Some of these hosts have been on Airbnb for years, 5 or 6 years, however long it's been around, and have been vacation rentals on VRBO for decades. So it's going to be a competitive market, and it's not easy to get in when all these hosts know how to attract their guests. You just need to research your best and figure it out, and continuously improve those systems year after year. Second thing is off-season vacancies. Like I said, it's going to sit vacant anywhere from 25 to 50% depending on where you are. We are trying to look for a place where there is a summer and a winter month, where you can still go with the fall or the spring depending on how the weather is. That way we'll have less vacancy, and hopefully we can find something that'll generate us a lot of revenue throughout the year, and a stable revenue throughout the year. Where some places like in New Jersey at Seaside Heights, you'll have a property rent for 3 months, and that'll take care of you for the whole year. Actually, on Fortune Builders, they put on that Berkeley Heights or Berkeley Township or something, which is right here next to our hometown in Toms River, is actually one of the best places to invest, because you do make a lot of money in just 3 months for having a shore home. The last one I want to cover is property management. So property management for a short-term rental is super expensive. You're talking about anywhere from 20 to 30% of your gross revenue, which eats away at your profits pretty quickly. And even self-managing it, this is why I was talking about earlier that the increased revenue may not be all that enticing, because if you want to self-manage it, you're constantly texting guests on whether or not they're allowed to stay at your place. You're constantly talking to guests who are currently staying at your place and having trouble with things. You have to then find cleaning services and schedule them. You'll have to find maintainers, and you'll have to schedule them whenever you can, and troubleshoot on the spot 24/7, 365 days a year. So, saying all that, I hope you found this very informative and a lot of good information. Give us a heart on Facebook, and give us a comment, share if you will, and follow us on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. We post all these videos on there, and we'd love to share with the community. We hope to, when we get our first short-term rental, talk about the lessons learned, and we'll post everything we know about short-term rentals and everything we've learned from other people, passing it on to the community of our followers. So yeah, everyone, this is Justin with Blue Key Property Solutions, and I'll talk to you soon.